Hey guys, it's Andrea from the blog Pine and Prospect Home, and today I want to take you on a little tour of our home in the summertime. Summer is my favorite time of year. I've always loved summer. There's just something about running outside barefoot and all the beautiful flowers that we have in our gardens this time of year, the sunshine, it just makes me feel alive. I love the summertime. And so our home was built in the 1930s, and it's an English cottage revival style home. And I really like to pull a lot of my inspiration for the inside of my home from kind of the outside architecture of our home and the way that it was built. So the round door, the sloped roof, it's just the epitome of old English cottage style, and so that's what I've really drawn from for my inspiration for our decor. So I like to combine a lot of rustic elements and sort of mix them with more modern style. So the first room that you walk into when you come into our home is our entryway. We just recently sort of updated our entryway by adding beadboard to all of the walls, and we also added some faux beams to the ceiling, just like we did in the kitchen, which you'll see a little bit later on. I love the fun little number hooks that we added, and in the summertime I love to hang sun hats and light jackets on them. And I love to bring different florals in and green stems just to make the home feel alive and refreshed. And so in every little corner you'll see a little bit of greenery, and I just love that. As you walk into the living area, probably one of the largest projects that we've ever done is we created a whole wall of built-ins around the fireplace. I sort of drew it on a piece of paper and designed it, and my husband replicated it, and I love the combination of the white with the wood. And I recently painted the back of the built-in shelves a darker gray, which I love because it just makes everything that is on those shelves really pop. We also covered the brick that was on the fireplace with stone. We used air stone, and I love how it just gives it that old world charm. We also covered the TV that was above the fireplace with some shaker style shutters, which I love to be able to hide that away for sure. I love bringing in sort of rustic elements like an old minnow bucket to put flowers in on our coffee table. Our coffee table is fairly new. I found it in the spring on Facebook Marketplace, and I stripped it down, and I just love the lines of it. It just reminds me of sort of an old European farmhouse. The two white chairs that I get asked about all the time have those same lines that our couch does. I feel like the chairs and the couch give the space sort of a more modern vibe, and then all the different rustic elements like the baskets and you know, the wood elements sort of help to blend it nicely into that beautiful cottage vibe that I'm going for. There's also a sign that I recently made above our couch. It says Francavilla and Sons. I have 3 little boys, and my husband came up with that since Francavilla is our last name. He's from Germany, my husband is, but he's actually Italian as well. And so we just thought that would be a fun way to sort of personalize the space. And of course, it was a DIY project and the wood was free, so that was a fun little project. As you walk into the dining room, we built our farmhouse table. My husband surprised me with it several years ago, completely out of nowhere. I used an old dresser that I got at a garage sale. I painted it white, and I've used that in our dining room for years as a buffet area. I love that whole area. The shelves are also DIY as well, and again, we're continuing the theme with the woods and the whites. For the dining room shelves, I love to combine similar elements, so you'll see clusters of sort of glass and my fall scratch craft dishes, which I love to collect, and also of course touches of blue here and there, which I love to incorporate blue into my decor. In the dining room, I also just hung a vintage print that I found at a garage sale of some cows just drinking in a stream. I thought it was the prettiest print, and I used a different frame and hung it next to our corner cabinet. The corner cabinet was also a Facebook Marketplace find. I gave it a new fresh coat of paint and put all of my white fall scrap dishes in there, and I love the way that that collection looks there in the corner. We created a DIY sort of plate rack, but we use it to hold cutting boards and breadboards. Again, continuing on with the woods, the whites, the neutrals with pops of green. It's just my favorite way to decorate in the summer. I recently found the crate that you see on the dining room table. It came from an old greenhouse, and so of course I put some flowers in there, some little drinking glasses that the boys like to use that were thrifted, and it's just become such a beautiful centerpiece for our dining room table. As you make your way into the kitchen, you can see we brought that stone into the kitchen as well on the back wall. And I've tried to keep things simple in there, not a lot of clutter on the countertops. Again, continuing on with just rustic wood elements mixed with whites, and that pop of green for summertime is just so beautiful to me. For me, summertime is all about just relaxed, a relaxed style that is still cozy. It doesn't feel stuffy. It's warm and inviting. You feel like you can plop down and get comfortable. And so that is sort of the vibe that I have tried to create for our family. I have 3 little boys, so it never looks this perfect. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour. It's been so fun taking you around our home. If you are new to my channel, please be sure and hit that subscribe button, and thank you so much for watching.